Think your garden is too small for trees? Think again. Today, I'll show you 25 compact and ornamental trees that can transform even the tiniest backyard into a lush, four-season retreat. These ideas are practical, beautiful, and designed to fit where you never thought a tree could. Stay with me, because each one has a twist that makes it unforgettable. Welcome to Archon Aesthetic Studio. This channel is dedicated to garden makeovers, creative landscaping, and DIY inspirations. In this video, you'll find a full list with timestamps so you can jump straight to the ideas that inspire you most. If you have questions, drop them in the comments. I love seeing your ideas and experiences. Maybe to you, I'm just another face on a screen. But behind this content, there's a real story and a real family. This isn't just a video. It's a piece of my heart. Every like, every comment, every subscribe, it truly matters. When you hit that button, you're not just helping a creator grow, you're helping a dream stay alive. Thank you for being here, and thank you for seeing me. One, Japanese maple with Fairypath edging. Imagine walking into your backyard and being greeted by a Japanese maple glowing like living fire against a lush garden tapestry. This compact tree, with its lacy canopy, is a sculptural element that changes its wardrobe through the seasons. Fresh green in spring, deep hues in summer, and fiery tones in autumn. To give it a storybook charm, we frame it with a fairy pathway made from natural stones. Each gap filled with creeping thyme that releases a soft fragrance as you step by. Designing around a Japanese maple doesn't require a large space. The trick is layering. Tall delphiniums and foxgloves form a colorful backdrop. Echinacea and geraniums fill the middle, and violas dance in the front row. Together, they create a rhythmic flow of color that keeps the scene alive year-round. Place a simple uplight at the maple's base to turn evening into theater. With just a few thoughtful details, this hero tree transforms a modest backyard into a magical retreat. Two, Dwarf lemon in terracotta with Mediterranean herb underplanting. A dwarf lemon tree in terracotta instantly turns any backyard into a slice of the Mediterranean. Compact enough for small patios yet bold enough to steal the show. This tree brings a sense of warmth and abundance. Its glossy leaves shimmer in sunlight, while clusters of lemons dangle like jewels, offering both beauty and harvest. To elevate its charm, surround the pot with a tapestry of herbs. Lavender for its calming scent, sage for silvery tones, and thyme that softens the edges with a low, fragrant carpet. Together, they create a sensory garden that delights sight, smell, and taste. The rustic terracotta container doesn't just hold the tree, it anchors it in style, blending seamlessly with vintage or modern gardens alike. In summer, the lemon blossoms release a sweet perfume that lingers on warm evenings, while the fruit glows golden through autumn. Place this living centerpiece beside a small bistro set, and suddenly your backyard feels like a courtyard in Provence. It's a compact design idea that adds fragrance, harvest, and Mediterranean flair, all from one hero tree. Three, Crepe Myrtle with curved gravel border. Few trees deliver a summer performance as dazzling as a Crepe Myrtle. Compact and manageable for small gardens, its canopy bursts into clouds of pink or lavender blooms, creating a vivid contrast against deep green leaves. Even when the petals drop, its bark reveals striking patterns that keep the garden visually alive through every season. To showcase this tree as a true star, frame it with a curved gravel border. The sweeping shape softens harsh lines and adds movement, while also making the tree feel like a natural focal point. Around its base, low drifts of catmint, lavender, and salvia invite pollinators, filling the space with fragrance and life. The design works beautifully in both backyards and front yards, blending structure with softness. In fall, the foliage warms into shades of gold and red, and in winter, the bare trunks glow with subtle tones when lit by a simple garden lamp. This makes the Crepe Myrtle not just a seasonal bloom, but a year-round performer. With a thoughtful border and companion planting, it elevates even the smallest space into a lively, ever-changing garden vignette. Four, Dwarf Magnolia Little Gem with white pebble ring. The Dwarf Magnolia Little Gem is proof that elegance doesn't require vast space. Compact in form yet commanding in presence, this evergreen magnolia carries glossy leaves and creamy blooms that perfume the summer air. Its tidy size makes it perfect for urban courtyards or small suburban backyards, bringing a timeless southern charm anywhere in the world. To make the tree stand out, create a simple white pebble ring around its base. The pale stones not only frame the trunk but also contrast beautifully with the magnolia's dark foliage, giving it a crisp, refined look. This minimalist touch keeps the garden organized while allowing the magnolia to shine as the centerpiece. Season after season, Little Gem remains evergreen, holding structure even when other plants fade. When paired with layers of cottage-style flowers in the background, it creates a luxurious yet approachable design. Add a discreet uplight at night, and the glossy leaves reflect like polished jewels. With one thoughtful design, this dwarf magnolia transforms a modest backyard into a serene and sophisticated retreat. Five, Serviceberry with upcycled bottle mosaic edging. Serviceberry is one of those rare trees that offers a full year of beauty. In spring, it erupts with delicate white blossoms that shimmer in the breeze. Summer brings edible berries loved by birds, while fall sets the foliage ablaze in copper and flame tones. Even in winter, its bark adds a sculptural quality that draws the eye. To elevate this four-season performer, give it a frame that tells its own story, a mosaic edging made from upcycled glass bottles. When set upright in the soil, the bottles catch sunlight at different angles, sparkling like gemstones around the trunk. This playful detail adds sustainability, artistry, and conversation to the garden without stealing space from the tree itself. The pairing of natural elegance and recycled creativity makes Serviceberry a true showstopper for small yards. It brings life, food, and changing colors, while the bottle mosaic reminds us of the beauty hidden in everyday objects. Together, they create a garden vignette that feels both whimsical and timeless, a blend of natural grace and human imagination. Six, potted olive tree with Bistro Nook. An olive tree in a pot is more than a plant, it's a lifestyle. Compact, easy to care for, and endlessly stylish, this tree instantly transforms even the smallest patio into a Mediterranean courtyard. Its silvery foliage shimmers in sunlight, casting delicate shadows that feel calm and timeless. Pairing the olive tree with a bistro nook creates a natural gathering spot. A simple round cafe table and 2 chairs tucked beside the pot invite slow mornings with coffee or evening wine beneath the branches. Around its base, Mediterranean herbs like lavender, rosemary, and thyme complement the tree, releasing fragrance as you brush past. Together, they create an atmosphere that blends flavor, aroma, and beauty. The olive tree thrives in containers, making it easy to move to sunnier pockets as seasons change. Its evergreen leaves offer year-round presence, while its sculptural form provides the backbone for a cozy, European-inspired retreat. With just 1 tree and a thoughtful seating arrangement, you can turn an ordinary backyard corner into a destination filled with charm and serenity. Seven, Eastern Redbud with stepping stone ribbon. Few trees announce spring as boldly as the Eastern Redbud. Before leaves even appear, its branches light up with clusters of rosa-pink blossoms that cling to bare wood, turning the entire tree into a glowing sculpture. As the season unfolds, heart-shaped leaves emerge, creating a canopy that feels both welcoming and intimate. To highlight its beauty, lay a ribbon of stepping stones beneath the redbud's branches. The path curves softly, guiding movement and drawing the eye toward the tree's trunk. Each step becomes part of the garden's rhythm, making the redbud not just a plant, but a destination. Underplant with low perennials like hostas or epimedium to echo the rounded shapes of the leaves, creating harmony at ground level. In autumn, the foliage shifts to warm gold, bringing cozy light to patios and small yards. By winter, its bare silhouette becomes a delicate etching against morning frost. With thoughtful design and a simple stone ribbon, the Eastern Redbud becomes a centerpiece that transforms the ordinary backyard into a poetic landscape, alive with color, texture, and movement. Eight, Bay Laurel Topiary with Brick Soldier Course. Bay laurel is a timeless choice for small gardens, and when trained into topiary, it adds refinement that instantly elevates any space. Its glossy green leaves remain evergreen year-round, offering structure and texture even when flowers fade. Shaped into spheres or cones, the tree becomes a living sculpture, formal yet welcoming. To frame this centerpiece, a brick soldier course is the perfect companion. Upright bricks, set neatly in a line, form a sturdy edging that grounds the design. The warm red tones of the brick highlight the bay laurel's green foliage, creating a balanced, classical look. This combination works especially well in English or French-inspired gardens, where symmetry and detail matter. Bay laurel topiaries are not only decorative but also practical. The aromatic leaves can be harvested for cooking. Place a pair to frame an entryway, or a single specimen to anchor a patio corner. With simple maintenance, this design creates elegance that lasts through every season. Together, the laurel's sculptural form and the brick edging make a compact garden feel polished, stylish, and complete. Nine, Dwarf Crabapple with Catmint Haze. The dwarf crabapple is a perfect example of how small trees can deliver big drama. In spring, it erupts into clouds of pink or white blossoms, turning a modest garden corner into a scene of pure magic. As the seasons shift, jewel-like fruits appear, hanging through autumn and often sparkling with frost well into winter. To bring out the best of this tree, underplant with catmint. Its soft haze of lavender-blue flowers echoes the sky and creates a calming effect beneath the bold blossoms above. The low, flowing texture of catmint softens the crabapple's upright form, creating a balanced, layered look that feels effortless. Pollinators adore the pairing, bees hum in the blossoms, while birds flock to the fruit later in the year. Even in the smallest backyard, this design brings energy and movement across the seasons. Add a simple stone path nearby, and the scene becomes both picturesque and practical. With one compact tree and a drift of catmint, you can achieve a garden moment that feels timeless, romantic, and alive all year round. Star Magnolia with shadow-casting lighting. The star magnolia is one of the earliest trees to announce spring, opening its porcelain-like blooms before most plants have woken from winter. On a compact frame, it bursts into star-shaped blossoms that glow against the cool sky, adding instant elegance to small gardens. Its manageable size and tidy shape make it ideal for entries, patios, or intimate backyard spaces. To highlight its delicate form, set it against dark slate mulch, which makes the petals shine even brighter. Add a subtle uplight at the tree's base, and the magic multiplies after dusk. The branching pattern becomes a living silhouette that dances across walls and pathways. As the seasons unfold, the magnolia's green leaves provide shade and structure, while its winter buds promise another show for the following year. Paired with a simple seating bench nearby, the tree invites quiet moments of reflection. This combination of luminous flowers, thoughtful lighting, and compact design ensures the star magnolia remains a centerpiece that surprises, delights, and elevates even the smallest garden. Compact Bottlebrush with Pollinator Strip. Compact in size but bold in presence, the Bottlebrush tree delivers a burst of drama that few plants can match. Its bright red blooms resemble soft brushes, lighting up the garden with vibrant color and inviting pollinators from near and far. Bees, butterflies, and hummingbirds are naturally drawn to its nectar, turning this small tree into a lively hub of activity. To amplify the effect, surround it with a pollinator strip of companion plants. Echinacea, with its purple coneflowers, mixes with the golden brightness of coreopsis and the soothing lavender spikes. Together, they create a multi-season display of color and fragrance, ensuring that something is always blooming. The Bottlebrush thrives in small spaces and can even be container-grown, making it perfect for patios or compact yards. Its sculptural flowers photograph beautifully, especially after rain when the red plumes glisten like jewels. Add a gravel path nearby to catch falling petals, and you'll have a striking garden scene that feels energetic, inviting, and uniquely memorable. "12. Weeping Cherry with Bulb Ring. The weeping cherry is a tree that brings pure poetry to the garden. In spring, its branches cascade like a fountain, each one cloaked in a veil of blossoms that shimmer with every breeze. Compact yet graceful, it fits beautifully in smaller backyards while still offering a grand display. To celebrate its form, create a bulb ring at the base. Plant tulips and daffodils in a circle that echoes the drip line of the tree, so that in early spring the ground bursts into color just as the cherry begins to bloom. This layered timing ensures that the scene feels rich, dynamic, and full of life. Through summer and fall, the weeping cherry holds its elegant shape, offering soft shade and structure. In winter, its bare silhouette becomes sculptural against stone or snow, reminding you that beauty doesn't fade, it simply changes form. With thoughtful planting, this tree becomes more than decoration. It becomes the heart of a garden moment, one that invites admiration season after season. "13. Smoke Tree Grace with Pale Gravel Contrast. The smoke tree grace is all about drama. Its ethereal plumes drift like clouds above burgundy foliage, giving the impression of smoke rising gently through the garden. Compact enough for smaller yards yet bold enough to serve as a focal point, it offers a texture that feels both soft and mysterious. To emphasize its unusual beauty, set it against pale gravel. The light background makes the dark foliage glow, while the smoky plumes appear to float in midair. Plant silver artemisia nearby for balance. The frosted tones echo the gravel and bring harmony to the design. Through summer, the tree remains a conversation piece, its color deepening after rain. In autumn, the leaves ignite into fiery shades of orange and red, carrying the scene into another season of spectacle. Even bare in winter, its branching structure maintains presence. By combining grace with simple contrasts, light against dark, airy against solid, you create a garden moment that is unforgettable, photogenic, and timeless, even in a modest backyard. "14. Paperbark Maple with Evergreen Carpet. The paperbark maple is a living sculpture that shines in every season. Its trunk, wrapped in curling layers of cinnamon and copper, becomes the centerpiece of the garden, catching sunlight and glowing like polished wood. Even when leaves fall, the bark alone is enough to command attention. To highlight its beauty, surround the base with an evergreen carpet of pachysandra and vinca. These low ground covers provide year-round greenery, softening the tree's upright form while keeping maintenance simple. The deep greens frame the maple's fiery autumn canopy and set off the textured bark in winter. In spring, fresh foliage emerges in delicate greens. In summer, it deepens to rich tones, and by autumn, the canopy blazes amber and scarlet, transforming the entire garden. Add a subtle uplight at the trunk's base to make the bark shimmer after dusk, creating an elegant evening display. With thoughtful design, the paperbark maple becomes more than a tree. It becomes a natural work of art that offers warmth, character, and structure for every season. (15) Dwarf Conifers Trio with Gabion Accent. Dwarf conifers may be small in stature, but together they create powerful garden structure. A trio of different forms, upright, rounded, and slender, provides instant variety while staying compact enough for patios, pathways, or tight corners. Their evergreen needles ensure year-round presence, giving the garden bones that don't fade when flowers die back. To enhance this grouping, add a slim Gabion column as an accent. Filled with natural stones, the Gabion creates a rustic modern contrast against the living greenery, blending texture and structure. Around the base, creeping thyme and ajuga soften the edges, adding low blooms and foliage that change color with the seasons. In winter, frost outlines each conifer, turning the trio into sculptural forms. In summer, the contrast of dark needles and bright perennials makes the design feel fresh and graphic. Whether standing alone or paired with seating, this simple arrangement brings definition, balance, and elegance to small gardens. With one thoughtful composition, you can turn an unused corner into a striking year-round vignette. (16) Camellia-Trained Small Tree with Japanese-style gravel. A camellia trained into tree form is a rare delight, compact enough for small gardens, yet elegant enough to command attention. Its glossy evergreen leaves remain fresh year-round, while its blossoms open like porcelain cups in shades of pink, red, or white. Flowering in cooler months, it brings life to the garden when most plants are sleeping. To showcase its beauty, place the camellia against a simple base of Japanese-style raked gravel. The clean lines of the gravel highlight the tree's sculptural form, while smooth boulders and soft moss patches add depth and serenity. This restrained design frames the camellia like a piece of living art. The effect is timeless, blossoms glowing in winter light, evergreen leaves glistening after rain, and a form that feels both formal and natural. Paired with layered flowers in the distance, the camellia bridges two garden worlds, structured and wild. This hero object is more than ornamental. It's a meditative focal point that turns even the smallest backyard corner into a calm, refined sanctuary. (17) Japanese Snowbell with mirror pond tray. The Japanese Snowbell is a tree that feels almost like a whisper in the garden. Its delicate white blossoms dangle like tiny bells, swaying gently with every breeze. Compact in size, it's perfectly suited for small spaces, yet its elegance makes it a centerpiece worthy of admiration. To heighten its ethereal quality, place a shallow tray of water beneath the tree. An upcycled steel basin works beautifully, transforming into a mirror pond that captures reflections of the blossoms above. This simple addition doubles the visual impact, making the tree's beauty visible from every angle. Around the tray, Soften the edges with moss and small ferns to create a woodland mood. The result is both enchanting and practical, a feature that adds depth without requiring large space or high maintenance. By combining the Snowbell's natural grace with the reflective charm of water, you create a vignette that feels serene, poetic, and unlike anything most backyards have seen. It's a design that makes small gardens unforgettable. (18) Japanese maple with bamboo privacy fence. The Japanese maple is a master of seasonal drama, delicate greens in spring, deep reds in summer, and fiery tones in autumn. Its layered canopy brings sculptural elegance even to the smallest yard, casting dappled shadows that shift throughout the day. To give this beauty a stage, set it against a bamboo privacy fence. The warm golden tones of bamboo create a natural screen that frames the maple's colors perfectly. Together, they form a striking contrast. Soft lacework leaves against strong vertical lines. The fence also adds function, offering seclusion and a serene backdrop that makes the garden feel like a retreat. Ground cover plants such as creeping thyme and ajuga soften the base, their textures echoing the maple's branching patterns. When evening falls, a subtle uplight turns the maple into a glowing lantern, while the bamboo glows softly in the background. With just one tree and a thoughtful setting, you can transform an ordinary boundary into a breathtaking canvas, an intimate garden escape filled with color, privacy, and timeless charm. (19) Dwarf olive with mini pergola, grape trellis top. The dwarf olive tree is a living symbol of Mediterranean charm, compact, timeless, and versatile enough for even the smallest yard. Its silvery foliage glistens in the sunlight, adding brightness and texture to the garden. When paired with a mini pergola, the effect is both cozy and refined. Training grapevines across the pergola top creates a natural canopy. In summer, the leafy trellis offers shade and privacy, while clusters of grapes hang like ornaments, turning an ordinary corner into a vineyard-inspired retreat. Beneath, the dwarf olive adds balance, its structured form contrasting beautifully with the wild, trailing vine above. Terracotta pots of lavender and rosemary complete the scene, releasing fragrance that drifts through the air. Together, this combination is not just ornamental, it's immersive. It engages sight, scent, and even taste, transforming a backyard into a rustic escape. Simple to achieve yet stunning in impact, this design blends the best of Mediterranean style with compact proportions, proving that even small spaces can hold a world of beauty. (20) Serviceberry with Sunken Fire-Pit Rim. Serviceberry is a true four-season performer, offering blossoms in spring, berries in summer, fiery foliage in autumn, and textured bark in winter. Its compact size makes it ideal for small yards, but its changing beauty ensures it never feels ordinary. Pairing Serviceberry with a Sunken Fire-Pit Rim creates a space that's both functional and breathtaking. In spring, blossoms drift softly into the seating area, adding a touch of romance. Summer evenings glow with the combination of flickering firelight and birds feasting on berries nearby. By autumn, the tree's copper and flame-colored leaves mirror the warmth of the fire itself. Even in winter, the Serviceberry's bark and branching provide sculptural beauty beside the stone rim. Plant low-growing companions such as blueberries and creeping thyme around the pit to echo the tree's seasonal fruit and fragrance. Together, this design transforms a simple backyard fire circle into a destination that celebrates the outdoors all year long. The Serviceberry, in this setting, becomes more than a tree. It becomes part of the gathering, memory-making heart of the garden. Crepe Myrtle with curbless flowerbed edge. Crepe Myrtle is a tree that thrives on making an entrance. Its summer blooms arrive in a blaze of color, painting the garden with pinks, reds, or whites that last for weeks. Compact cultivars make it perfect for small gardens, where it adds drama without overwhelming the space. To highlight its natural beauty, skip the hard edging and instead design a curbless flowerbed edge. By allowing the lawn and flower beds to blend seamlessly, you create a soft, flowing effect that feels organic and inviting. Plant drifts of salvia, lavender, and catmint beneath the crepe myrtle to echo its color palette while attracting pollinators. The result is a scene that feels both structured and wild, controlled yet free. In autumn, the foliage glows with orange and crimson tones, while in winter, the tree's patterned bark adds sculptural interest. Combined with the curbless edge, this design photographs beautifully and feels dynamic across the seasons. With just one thoughtful detail, the crepe myrtle transforms from a simple tree into the star of a garden that celebrates movement, softness, and seasonal change. Bay Laurel Topiary pair with garden gate. Few garden elements create a stronger sense of arrival than a pair of bay laurel topiaries framing a gate. Their clipped spheres of glossy evergreen foliage bring elegance and structure, guiding the eye and setting the tone for what lies beyond. Year-round, they hold their form, offering both beauty and function as living sentinels at the entrance. Placing them symmetrically on either side of a garden gate adds balance and formality, reminiscent of classical European gardens. The effect is timeless yet adaptable, fitting seamlessly into even the smallest yards. As the gate swings open, the pathway beyond feels more intentional, more inviting, a true threshold into your garden sanctuary. Bay laurels also bring practicality. Their aromatic leaves can be harvested for cooking, meaning these trees delight the senses in more ways than one. Paired with a flower-lined path, the topiaries stand as guardians of color, fragrance, and texture. With minimal maintenance, this duo transforms a simple entry into a memorable moment, turning every garden visit into an experience of charm and refinement. And that wraps up our list of ornamental and dwarf trees that can completely transform small backyards. Which of these ideas spoke to you the most? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts or questions. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend who loves gardening, and don't forget to subscribe to Archon Aesthetic Studio for more creative garden makeovers. Until next time, keep designing, keep creating, and make your garden a place that feels like home.